In today's tutorial, let's learn how to make a rainbow scarf together using the Bernat Zap, and this is another free pattern available by yarnspirations.com. Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd as well as yarnspirations.com. I'm your host Mikey. Today we're going to work on this rainbow scarf together just like you see in the model, and the pattern is free and available on yarnspirations.com. There's a link in the more information of this video if you wish to be able to follow along. Now this is a really interesting yarn. It is meant for kids. It's very fun and very vibrant. The colors the color selections of the names are really quite different. For example, what's the teal is one of the colors. The grass is greener is another. Banana rem is another one. Orange you glad. So a lot of fun names and it's really exciting. But let me show you what's different about this particular yarn. So here is the Bernat Zap and it looks really different. Look how vibrant this is. This is called The Grass is Greener and this is 92% acrylic and 8% polyester. This is a super level 6 yarn and it's thick and it will keep the child warm and it works up really quickly because it is a thick. But look what happens when I pull it along. Every now and then you're going to get a puff of these little pom-poms that pop out of the project. If you look at the model you can see how it's attached on the back side, so it's nice and strong on there. And so these pom-poms show up kind of not randomly, but they appear random in the project. And if you look at the model you can see that there's puffs all over her scarf and it makes it really quite fun and interesting. So you can get the kids involved in making colors that would match their personalities and it's a lot of fun. The pattern's really easy to work with and I'm gonna show you some secrets on how to be able to do this pattern, as well as that you're going to need an L size 8mm crochet hook today. So let's begin. Size L 8mm crochet hook today. You're using your Bernat Zap. It is a chunky yarn. Now it says in the instructions that we're going to chain 26 in order to get the scarf. So if you want the exact scarf that's what you can do. But here's the secret. If you keep it in even numbers in your chain you can change the size to any size scarf that you want. So even if you want longer, make sure it's an even number. Say maybe like 138, 178. Anything like that, as long as it's an even number. Let's create a slip knot to begin. And remember there's other tutorials available here on YouTube if you're ever confused about trying to get things started. So let's begin, and I'm only gonna do a smaller sample, but you can do 126 if you wish, if you want to do the exact scarf. And I'm going to say do an even number. Let's just say 22. So I'm just gonna roll and pull through. So 1, 2, 3, and I have a pom-pom coming up. 4, 5, 6. Okay, when you have a pom-pom just go over top of the pom-pom and right to the other side. So that was 7. So skip over that pom-pom completely. And 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22. As I said, I'm only gonna go to 22, but you can go to 126 if you wish. Look how vibrant that is. It's like electric. It's so amazing. Let's begin row number 1. So we're going to begin, and it says to do 1 single crochet, second chain from the hook. So here's the first chain and there's the second. Turn it over and get the back loop only and just insert your hook in, and I want you to single crochet into that one chain. Okay, so single crochet. You are then going to chain 1, skip 1 chain. Okay, do you see the back hump of that chain? You skip that one and go to the second one over for another single crochet. That's all you have to do in this whole chain here. So chain 1, skip the next one and go to the second one over and single crochet. So chain 1, skip the next one and go to the second one over. And what I'll do is I'll keep on going because I'm gonna run into that pom-pom and you're gonna want to see what I'm gonna do with it. So just keep on going. So you're gonna want to keep those pom-poms on one side of your project or the other. So you have to kind of commit to it at this time, and so that whenever you end up on a pom-pom you have to just position it so it's gonna show up on one side. If you don't, what's gonna happen is that the pom-poms will end up on both sides of the scarf and you may not want that. You might want them all focused on one side. So skip 1. Okay, and the pom-pom is the next one available to me. So I'm gonna push it in behind. So I'm just gonna go right on top of it. So I'm just gonna push it in behind. So single crochet that one. Okay, so by pushing it behind I'm just going to just kind of push it behind and then just skip over the next one. Okay, the pom-pom is the one I went into, so you gotta still skip 1 and then come over. So the pom-pom adds a little bit of extra work right here in the chain, but once you get started in this project it's really quite easy. So because I pushed it to the back, it'll always be on the back side, and you want to be conscientious of that as we go, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that. So just continue to go all the way down, just making sure you're skipping over. If you are off, and for example say that you are short one, this is where you can correct it for the pattern as well. So you don't have to worry if you're off by one. You can just always fudge it. Here comes another pom-pom. I don't want to just operate it, so I'm gonna chain one. So I'm gonna chain one. So see, I'm not going on the pom-pom, I'm just going after it. It'll stay on the back side because I'm gonna keep it there. Chain one, and then the final one is that for that row. Okay, and we want to keep this particular yarn color for this particular pattern at this time, and we are going to change color in the next row. Okay, rows 2 and 3 are going to be the repeat pattern for this whole thing. So let's turn our work, and I'll show you how to change colors as well in this tutorial today. To begin row number 2, it says to chain 1, and it says 1 single crochet in the first single crochet, so it's right underneath it. Okay, so you got to keep these edging consistent. And it says 1 single crochet in the next chain 1 space, which is right here. Okay, so it's the next one, and then you're going to chain 1 and then skip over the next single crochet and go into the chain 1 spaces. So you're gonna do that all the way across now. It's just how you get started is just extra little bit of work, but once you get started it's just chain 1 and then single crochet in each one of the single crochet in the chain 1 spaces going across. Okay, that's how easy this pattern is. So we've done baby blankets like this as well in the past with the Bernat blanket yarns, and because it is chunky you would think single crochet goes pretty slow, but not in this case because it is chunky. So I believe I have a pom-pom coming up in my hands, and I do. So I just again I want to keep it now. Now I was pushing everything to the back, so this time they're all in the forward. So this time when I go to do it I want to kind of leave it in the front side. Okay, so where am I here? I want to chain 1 first, so I'm keeping it to the front side, so I'm not pushing it back this time because the other ones are on the front, and then I go into the next chain 1 space. So when I get to the other side here, here's how we do the ending. So you have chain 1 and you have a space and then a single crochet. So you're gonna go into the space for a single crochet and then single crochet into the next and the final stitch. Okay, and now we're going to change our color. So let's I'll show you how to fasten that off, but you can see how you got the nice pom-poms on the front side here. So to change colors, let me show you what to do. What I like to do for changing colors, instead of just going in the last line, I like to fasten off completely. So let's fasten. So I cut my yarn and I'm just gonna pull it through this, and I'm gonna keep it like this. And what I'm gonna do is that I'm going to just weave in this end into a few of the stitches across, and that's what it's gonna trap it into position so you'll never see it. Okay, so now I'm gonna turn my work and get my next color ready. So here's my next yarn. This is called Life is a Peach for this particular color. I'm going to start off with a slip knot first. That's how I prefer it, and I'm going to just go into the first stitch and wrap the yarn around like so, and I need to chain 1 first, so I'm just gonna use both the straggler and chain 1 and then single crochet into that same stitch, and I'm ready to go. So this straggler now I can cut this and it will not, I don't have to worry about it falling off. So this is row number 3. So row number 3 starts off differently than row number 2. So you'll notice we have to then just chain 1 and go right to the next chain 1 space. So then we chain 1 and next chain 1 space. So it's only row number 2 that we have to worry about doing the single crochet stuff. So the pom-pom has now come up, and I want to keep it to the back side this time because all the pom-poms are on the back. So when I go to do the chain 1 I want to keep it to the back side and then continue along the pattern for 1 single crochet in the next chain 1 space. So because the colors are so vibrant, you're gonna see the beautiful stitch work, how they kind of just meld into each other. So chain 1. So after you get this row done, you're going to repeat row number 2 once again, and I'll show you how to do that once again just to make sure you're clued into what is going on in this pattern. Okay, so that was the chain one space. So this is a single crochet and a single crochet, so you have to chain one, go over the first single crochet, and then just single crochet into the final. You gotta watch that one right at the end. So I have a pom-pom coming up, and that just happens to be where I'm gonna start. So the pom-poms are now on the front side, and you see how they're kind of lining up with each other? That's just a fluke. Okay, it all depends on your project and where those things all line up. So let's begin, and we're gonna go for row number 2 again. So it's chain 1 to start. We single crochet, and now the pom-poms are on the front side, so I gotta make sure I go around it so that the pom-pom stays on the front side. So let me just try that once again. So I'm gonna keep it forward, going in. Okay, so now it's on the front. So this one now, the next chain 1 space, we have to single crochet in there first. So you notice I did not chain 1 first, and now we chain 1 and then start skipping over into the chain 1 spaces. And that's all you have to do for this particular pattern. There is fringing that is left if you wish it on the outside. It depends on your child whether you want that to happen or not. And it's a really easy pattern to work with. The colors are quite vibrant and very beautiful, to be quite honest with you. You know, you give kids something that they enjoy wearing, they will wear it and keep themselves warm. And okay, so the pom-pom is in the next one here. So when I go, I just gotta move it out of the way so I can single crochet around it, but not accidentally push it to the other side. Chain 1. So you just gotta be mindful where you're putting everything. So you're gonna go to the final chain 1 space and then single crochet into the last. And this will be where you change the color once again. So you'll change it to another color that is in the line, and you end up with a really cool idea. And this is called the rainbow scarf, and this is the pattern compliments of yarnspirations.com. Once you've finished this, you can obviously weave in your ends, but you have a really neat look at the same time. So until next time, I'm Mikey on behalf of Yarnspirations as well as thecrochetcrowd.com, and until then, have a fabulous day. Bye bye now.